Hi guys, welcome to another episode of TeensWorld, and with me here, my co-hosts, and as usual, I'm Faye guys, and welcome to the discussion segments of today. And our topic for today is cancel culture versus accountability. Where is the line between holding people responsible and ruining lives? What is the difference between them?
Okay, so I feel like majority of youth and teenagers these days, they tend not to take responsibility.
They use culture as an excuse for some immoral behavior.
Yes. So I feel like even as an elderly person, if you want to probably bring them up, like to take responsibility for certain things, there is this constructive way
to do it. Even adults sometimes don't apologize because I feel like in our culture, we are not supposed to apologize. The elder is not supposed to apologize to a junior, and which is not supposed to be so. So I feel like in between culture and accountability, we've gone wrong that culture has taken over accountability. People no longer take accountability for their actions in respect of culture. Culture. What is this culture?
So it's just like the norms. People feel like the norms, like they are going up. If we look at the era of our
19s, 80s, 16,000,
they don't expect that the way a child is trained up then should be the same way.
And the funniest thing is, this cultural rule were not written anywhere. It's just the basic way of life older generation follow, and they made it seem like it is something everybody should follow. It's just like this Nino proposed to a lady also. It was not written anywhere. Somebody started it, and everybody feels like now you must do that certain thing before you can propose to a lady. Do you understand? So when it comes to accountability, I feel like adults should teach children. And sometimes adults are not even in the place to teach children because they are doing the same thing that the child is doing. So what kind of lecture do you want to pass to them? So I feel like our parents, elderly ones, we should learn to separate culture from accountability. Do you understand? If your child is doing something wrong, don't say because, oh, in Yoruba, we don't take insult, we resort insult. That does not give your child an excuse to return insult to an elderly person. That's like culture. Do you understand? Anything that makes you give back an elderly person an insult, you must take accountability for your actions, even if the person has offended you. Do you understand? So I feel like it starts from home, how we train our children. Sometimes it starts from friendship. You as my friend now, you're doing something wrong. I should have a right to tell you that, no, you should learn to take accountability for you. You know, sometimes let's put it aspect to like your roommate, we stay in the same school. Because we are roommates, and you know I'm aware of your situation that, okay, we are both struggling, and I cook, you're not asking me, you're going to my pot direct to take it because you feel like there's a cultural understanding between us.
The fact that we are together.
And it's totally wrong. No matter how close we are, I should say, oh, my friend, oh, I want to take this your thing. Oh, I want to eat from your pot. Oh, proper accountability. It should not go sideways. And aside from that, also, if you look at it now, even children in primary 1, crèche, primary 2, if you meet them on the road and just like, in as much as just touch them or anything, they insult adults now. Little kids. I tell you that little kids, they insult adults now. There's not even respect. God, see, I understand the fact they say that a child does not have to call you auntie or uncle, but there should be basic respect in your language. Now, little children, they don't even remove the auntie. Even your name says they don't put respect there again. All because we are trying to bring in foreign culture that, oh, outside the country, they don't call each other auntie, uncle. They just like call each other names. But does that have accountability? So let's even put culture aside. It is normal for you to respect anybody, even if the person is one day older than you. So I would say, what advice would you give to teenagers in between culture and accountability?
Okay, so the advice I'm going to give teenagers is that irrespective of any situation you might be or you can find yourself, tend to give respect regardless of whom the other person might be, because you don't know what that person actually is capable of doing.
And some people don't have forgiving spirits.
You don't know where you might need the person's help later in the future. So just give respect regardless of whom the person is, their status, their gender.
And when you do something, learn to take accountability. Don't be afraid because, oh, if I take accountability, I feel like most time it's fear. They'll be like, if I admit that I did this thing, what will happen to me? Take accountability for your actions. Like, let You know, there is a joy and pride that comes with when you own up to your actions.
Yes.
I said this, I did this. Nobody will kill you for it. Do you understand? So I feel like the society as a whole is our work to train teenagers, babies, even babies. Do you understand? One thing I hear, even I see, they say even babies understand what they are doing. See, when a baby crawls to a socket, you beat the baby hand if you go back. If the socket shocks the baby once, the baby will not go back. Do you understand? Definitely, you can start teaching your child the proper way of life, even from infants. That's just like a normal basic thing. So when it comes to infants, people be like, oh, Yoruba we say ọmọdé ni, ọmọdé ni.
That's just it.
That's part of culture too. Ọmọdé ni, ẹ filẹ̀, leave him, leave her, kò mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Like how do you stand and tell me a 5 years old stealing in a pot and denying does not know what he or she is doing? Like make it make sense. Or a child that will keep homework in school just so that he will not do homework does not know what he's doing. And funny enough, that's why we see that when children reach the stage of SS1, SS2, they start going astray because that has been something. I say, as I'm like this, if you have a female child and you see your female child, if you put on skirts for your female child, she's always dragging it up, wanting the skirts to be below. Do you understand? Below her body, and she's just 3 years old, 4 years old. What does that imply? The child is already showing you that she already have a wrong moral. No, the parents are not just paying attention. By that time that child grows to like maybe 10 years old, 12, you start seeing them, they start craving to wear short things. And meanwhile, they've showed all signs
why they were growing up.
But
the others around just
like, she's just trying to be, do you understand? Or you're seeing a small child at the age of 5 years old, 6 years old. She has no business with ladies in her underwear, and she's already wearing underwear, showcasing herself, parading up and down. You'll be like, ọmọdé ni, ẹ filẹ̀, ó kàn try láti ṣe bí àgbàlagbà. How? Do you understand? Sometimes, irrespective of the play, we should learn how to correct kids and make them stay within kids' lane. Let them stay within kids' lane, because it's very important. Because at the end of the day, when these kids, when they go astray or do whatever they want to do, no matter what happens to them, they're coming back home. Who bears the accountability for them? The parents. There are some parents that if their children does something wrong, they take the blame for the kids. They don't even allow the kids to take accountability for their actions for no reason. Do you understand? And if you even look at it, let's even look at it tribe-wise. We have some tribe whereby they believe that a son should be able to stand up to his mother. In this same country. Culture. Do you understand? You will see in some tribe like this, if, let's assume their father demised and the rest of it, they have the right to stand up to their mother if it comes to that stage. They will count it as culture.
So for a child like that, what will he eventually grow up to be?
He will grow into the culture and do what he please. And not just him, he will pass it on to his own children too. So sometimes the way kids have been acting sometimes was passed down from one generation down to another. But this Gen Z, we Gen A, I kind of feel like our time as parents is going to be very, very different. Because I feel like this our time, we have a lot of connections with our kids, and no matter the connection, we still teach them enough to take accountability for their actions. Which is different from our parents' time. Our parents' time, we had too much fear than to come out to say, I did this,
of course. That's true.
That's very valid, because I can remember then, see, most petty things children do then when we're growing up is like maybe take me from your mommy's sports, lie to your mommy that you got A when you got B in exams. Do you understand? Some children will go as far as to use red biro to change the teacher's marker. Do you understand? And when you come, your mommy have caught you. Did you do this? We'll still stand on no. Even if they beat you from now till next year, as at then, you will still stand on no. Because the moment you say yes, you're still in another trouble.
It comes down from the fear, like the fear that our parents has created in us. Like during our time then, I feel like most of us are not able to walk up to our parents that this is what I feel like. Even,
do you understand?
Especially when it comes to some aspect of, let me say, career-wise. so many people these days are actually like going through what their parent has actually, okay,
Do
this
you
is what
get?
you need to do. This
See,
is, and even then, most parents they don't give room for you taking responsibility for yourself.
at
You have
all.
to do this, do this, do this. Eventually, when such a kid grows up, they don't know how to take responsibility. They are not able to take
They just
decisions
live
for
life
themselves.
as it comes.
Yes.
And you know what's funny? I was online which day, then I saw this thing. A family of 7, like they gave birth to 7 children, and all of them are lawyers. Then the comment section was like, if you do a research deep down, not all of them would have wanted to be a lawyer,
Of course.
but their mommy and daddy were lawyers. The family of their daddy side were lawyers too.
So of
So
course it
when
that's
I read the
that.
comment section, a lady was like, it is very impossible for all of them to have wanted to be a lawyer. She said they might have grown into liking being a lawyer in law school, but if you search deep down, 7 children can definitely not want to be a lawyer.
Of course.
But because that's like the growth of the thing in their house, the foundation they've set down in their house, definitely that's where everybody is following. And we have so many families that are, my daddy is an accountant, everybody becomes an accountant. My daddy is a doctor, everyone becomes a doctor. And do you know, I feel like maybe it's just pride or parents trying to showcase their children, like, oh, we have 7 lawyers, we have 7 doctors, we have
It's a
3.
thing of joy.
It's a thing of joy. But deep down, do those children really want to be that thing? That's why when they grow up, they can't even take accountability for their actions, no matter what happens, because they grew up that way. They grew up like void of feelings, void of expressions.
So basically, the true fact is, some of them cannot even take responsibility for their actions
Normally, they can't.
because it's not something they actually want to do themselves. So they don't even know how to take responsibility
Do you
for
understand?
their actions.
If you check some cases of violence, they will tell you that, oh, my daddy said this is a thing of culture. Like we make women listen. We pass that on to his own children also. Is it taking responsibility? No, it's blaming it on culture that, oh, women are to be submissive, they have to be listeners. Pass it. When you pass it on turn his own children too, the children self will keep passing it. And not just on their own families, the children might even pass it to people, influence people around them. And if we have that kind of situation, then the country is going to be in a mess because who will take accountability for who? Nobody. So people, even between teenagers as friends, they can't take accountability between each other, which is very, 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 very wrong and very, very bad. So I don't know, but I would say sometimes children don't necessarily learn from home, but they can as well, teach themselves the basic things of life. I think when you get to a certain age, you know the difference between your left hand and your right hand. So your instincts can basically tell you that, oh, this thing I'm doing is wrong. I feel like everybody knows this. Sometimes we just want to satisfy ourselves. See, from the age of like 12 or 13, I already know if I did anything wrong. Before my mommy tells me that, this thing you did though is wrong. Oh, I knew I did something wrong. I would not just want to admit it that I did. I would always find an excuse to defend myself. But I definitely knew that I was doing something wrong. Yes, the your mom will tell you, don't go out. I'm sneaking and going out to see my friends. After jam lesson, going out with your friends. And I don't want my mommy to find out. If it was a right thing, why would I not want my mommy to find out?
Of course, why not be proud of the actions?
Do you understand? But I could not take accountability for my actions. Because the fear of, oh, mommy, after jam lesson, me and my friends want to stroll to Yalakara and do this and do that. I think I'll not even hear a response. It's slap that I will hear.
That's the African mothers.
Do you understand? So the fear of discussing with your African mother. So I feel like the work lies with parents. They should stop instilling fear in their children, in their kids. Let your kids be free. I'm not saying let your kids be over free with you that they will start disrespecting you. But let them have a certain level of freeness that they can walk up to you and tell you that, oh, this is it. Oh, this is that.
Yeah. So that's like a democratic parenting.
Yeah.
Freedom, but within limits.
Within limits. Not like you disrespect your parent or anything, but you have a certain level of freedom that you can talk to them about anything that you're going through, literally. So basically, what would you say to round up this whole thing about the advices, the culture, the accountability? Give us like a roundup.
Okay. So what I'll just say is this, like parents should learn to give their children that space of taking responsibilities from a very tender age.
Yes.
If a child at a young age does not know how to take responsibility, for example, a child comes back from school, you know the right place you ought to drop your bag,
You're not
your
doing it.
socks, but you just come back, just drop everything on the sitting
Yorùbá
on the
parents
sitting
mi
table.
ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dé ni ó máa ti rẹ̀ ẹ́.
Sometimes, as maybe a mother, just tell the child, pack those stuff, take it to your room, other than you helping them to do it. So from that tender age, help them to learn to start taking responsibility for themselves. So by the time they grow up, it will be more easier.
Yes.
Like it would have become a part of them for them to start taking high responsibility. A child that does not know how to take responsibility, little things for his or herself, how they expect such a person
To
to be
ask.
able to take some great responsibility when they have actually gone to some age.
Or
So
to some
I
extent.
feel it start from their cradle years while they are growing up. Parents should help them to start taking responsibilities for themselves, and not everything should be okay. This is the way in our own age. This is the way it was done.
Yes, they should learn to
They
learn for
should now,
change. And
yes,
change is constant. They should
change
go
is
with the
constant for
change.
us. Yes.
So, guys, you guys have heard from her, and I feel like you said everything I want to say. So, to teenagers out there, learn to take responsibility for your actions. To parents out there, learn to actually put your children or your teenagers in the right way. And, guys, we've come to the end of our discussion segment. Stay with us, and we'll be right back.